And a happy Tuesday. It will be Canada against the U.S. for the whole McGillicuddy on Thursday night in the Four Nations face-off. The Canadians advanced yesterday with a 5-3 victory over the Finns. The U.S., despite a 2-1 loss to Sweden, had already qualified for Thursday's championship with last weekend's win over Canada. The rematch will be in Boston Thursday night, 5 o'clock. It'll be on ESPN. Well, while we talk hockey on one hand, it's time to talk baseball on the other hand. Seattle Mariners had their first full squad workout today in Peoria, Arizona. Pitchers and catchers actually reported last week ahead of everybody else and have been working out all weekend before position players reported today. Manager Dan Wilson says the messaging to the full squad this morning will be the same message right up until opening day.
You know, we've done a lot of work as a coaching staff in the offseason, and you know, I think we've got a lot of things that we want to say, and you know, getting in front of the group and delivering that message. And then it's not always just about the message that you give, but it's more about the little messages that continue and get sustained throughout all of spring training. So you know, we're all on the same page, and we're looking you know, to be ready. You know, like we mentioned on March 27th, guys being not having you know, to still get ramped up from spring training. We're going to be ramped up, and we're going to be ready to play, and we're going to start strong on the 27th.
Logan Gilbert is coming off a 9-12 All-Star season in 2024. He says the workouts under Dan Wilson have been great so far.
It's been fun. It's been good so far. Just good to be back. I mean, obviously having Dan at the helm this year, having his first spring training, that's been different. It's been good. And just seeing how he wants to do things and putting his own spin on things, and just all the pitchers getting back together, it's been fun. I think he's settling in good. Everybody loves Dan and knows Dan, but I think just getting to know him on a personal level, some of the people that maybe didn't work with him in the past, just getting to know him, his leadership style, what he's expecting out of us, I think that's a big part of spring training.
Skipper Dan Wilson says the quality of the pitching staff up and down the lineup is so good in part because of the example set by Logan Gilbert.
You don't talk about Logan without talking about his work ethic and what he brings, you know, in terms of his preparation, and has really helped him to really excel over the last couple of years. Took a huge step forward, getting over 200 innings last year. All-star season for him. He's really become a leader amongst that pitching staff, and what he continues to do is get better, and he continues to work at it, and there is no quit in him. And you know, he is here. He's getting ready. He's preparing. You know, I think in some ways he does what he did before, but he's not afraid to make changes and adjustments, and he's always just working and making his craft better. He's a great person, a great leader, and you know, a good guy to have to lead that pitching staff.
Gilbert pitched over 200 innings and had over 220 strikeouts last year. He says the biggest thing he wants to improve upon this season is his consistency.
It's always consistency. It's kind of a boring answer, but at this level, at the highest level, it's the greatest in the game do it every single time they go out there. And I felt good about my year individually, the whole staff, but a lot of times in a season you have 33 starts, you might have, you know, 2 or 3 you wish you could get back. And you look at guys like Scooble and Sale, and those guys, they pretty much do it every single time they went out. So I think that's the little bit of the separator there.
As far as Gilbert and the rest of the pitching staff's battery mates, Wilson says he's leaning on Cal Raleigh and Mitch Garver again this season.
You know, Cal is a guy that has, you know, taken a big part of the load here over the last couple of years, especially last year, and it'll be a matter of you know, helping him manage that to some degree. And Garv, you know, again, bringing that veteran presence. He's been around. He does such a great job with our pitching staff, and the two of them complement each other so well. So we're pretty fortunate to have the pitching that we have, but I think we're also very fortunate to have the battery mates that we have in Cal and Garv, and I'm looking forward for those guys to continue to help this pitching staff become as good as they are.
Seattle begins Cactus League play on Friday with the opening season just a month away, March 27th against the Athletics. The semifinals of the District 5 1B boys basketball tournaments were held yesterday at Moses Lake Christian. Waterville-Mansfield advanced to the championship with a 47-38 win over Oroville. The Shockers will meet Moses Lake Christian in the title match Thursday at Wenatchee High School after the Lions beat Soap Lake 58-23. The District 5 1A tournament continues tonight with Cashmere hosting County Benton at 6 o'clock while Chelan welcomes Wapato. The tournament also resumes tonight with Cascade on the girls' side visiting Wapato at 6 o'clock while Chelan is on the road at Natchez Valley. Four of the Big Nine schools will meet tonight for a shot at getting into the District 5 4A tournament. Eastmont visits Moses Lake at 6 o'clock while Sunnyside is hosting Eisenhower. The winners tonight will face off in the district tournament Thursday night while Davis visits West Valley for the district championship. Girls also face the same task tonight with play-in games as Moses Lake visits Eastmont while Eisenhower hosts Sunnyside. The winners of tonight's games will face off at the higher seed Thursday while West Valley plays at Davis for the title. The Lady Cats have dominated the two meetings earlier this season with Moses Lake. Back on January 10th at Moses Lake, Eastmont came out on top 46-33. The Wildcats found themselves on top again just 11 days ago at home 54-38. NCWLIFE channel will have tonight's game already streamed on our Facebook and YouTube pages live tonight. Grant Olson has the play-by-play. Our pregame starts at about 5:45 this evening. Well, as the high school basketball season winds down, the Wenatchee Bighorns season is firing up. Following a tryout last weekend at Wenatchee Valley College, fans have a chance to meet this year's Bighorns team this Sunday. The community is invited to come out and get autographs and take photos prior to the team's scrimmage, as well as a slam dunk contest. All gets underway at Wenatchee Valley College Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.